The latest update for Adobe Premiere Pro from April 2022 is simply phenomenal. I have just finished my first project using most of the new features from import and review with the client to direct YouTube export. Let's have a look. Even though it appears like a huge change in the interface, everything seems to be in the right place. It's very natural to find your way around it. Premiere Pro is now divided into 3 sections: Import, Edit, and Export. Let's quickly jump in and start with the new header. It's great for faster navigation. It's very intuitive, left to right flow with Import, Edit, and Export sections on the left, the project name in the middle, and the Workspaces tab accessed with a drop-down menu. But you can also activate a tabs-based menu by clicking Show Workspace Tabs and customize the tabs with Edit Workspace. Simply rearrange it to your liking. Quick Export is a handy addition to the header that allows you to use your own presets created with Preset Manager. And finally, we have the full screen toggle. Although it appears to be new, there was a keyboard shortcut for this in the past. Importing files is now very visual and intuitive. Let's create a new project, give it a name, and specify the project location. On the left, we can select our media source. I have some footage on this SD card. Right away, we can scrub the clips and see the duration time. I need all shots in my project. I can choose to copy media. Selecting Same as Project will copy the files from the card to the folder specified in the project location. I'd like to create a new bin and give it a name. Finally, I want to create a sequence too. Once everything is ready, simply click Create. However, we can take this to the next level. Clear the selection first. I have some footage on another card. I have recorded the intro and outro for my video on a separate camera. Navigate to our second card, select the intro clip, and go back to my main content. Once I have the footage selected, I can go back to the second card and grab the outro. One more location to get our soundtrack. Notice how the order I'm selecting the files is reflected in this storyboard-like bar at the bottom. This is exactly the order in which media will show up in your bin and your sequence once we click Create. I had a bad habit of dropping my SD card footage into the sequence just so I can have a quick look, and then I use it in the edit, which is the best way to get missing media in your project. I'm quite sure that this import workflow will change that. Review is one of the new workspaces, and it's holding the Frame.io panel. It's a service included with your Creative Cloud membership with some limitations for free. You can upgrade this, but that's something probably for bigger productions. So far, the free version is perfect for my needs. You get 100 GB of cloud storage, you can share it with another Frame.io user, and you can store 5 projects at a time. This is the video I have uploaded for review with Frame.io, and I got the comments right away in my timeline. I can import them as markers, if that's what I need, or simply click on them one by one and make changes. Frame.io has an app where you can see the comments on your phone or tablet without opening Premiere Pro. And when you send it for the review, your client doesn't have to have an account. You can also share bins, clips, or Premiere Pro project files with other users. Frame.io has a camera to cloud service. I know this sounds exciting, but you need a device like Teradek Cube for live streaming and a Wi-Fi on the set. Again, this is something for bigger productions. Nonetheless, it's very exciting to see this possibility. It is using proxy files, so you will still have to download your files from the card. I'd love to see that with Lightroom and my camera, so I can get all of my photos inside of the catalog without touching the card when I get home. Seriously, I want that. Autocolor is a feature built with Adobe Sensei technology. It's the same AI engine used for sky replacement in Photoshop. You can find it in Lumetri panel. It works with any video, including log footage and video with LUT supply. It's a subtle effect based on machine learning ability to compare it with what has been manually applied to similar videos. Adobe has created a database with video clips for this purpose. It appears that this will also work with the match color function. If you have a log video, you should apply LUT correction on the adjustment layer first and then try autocolor on the clip. I don't use a lot of markers in my workflow, but now you can sort them by color. Must be very handy when used with Frame.io when you get comments from multiple users. Speech-to-text is no longer in the cloud. It can be accessed locally in order to get a transcription. Adobe claims it is 97% accurate. That might be the case, but English is not my first language, and my previous YouTube video apparently was about a mug booger. This mug booger M1. You can find it in the captions and graphic workspace. Transcription is very fast. It took maybe 2 minutes with this 10-minute long video. Once it's completed, you can generate the captions. It is possible to select a word by clicking on it, and you'll be taken to the corresponding timeline point. Once you're ready with your masterpiece, it's time to export. You can expect a completely redesigned experience. The main idea behind this flow is based on multiple deliveries at once. It seems to be very powerful. You can export your local file, you can send your files to YouTube, Vimeo, Twitter, Facebook, Behance, Creative Cloud, and FTP. I'd imagine it would take you a lot of time to do it separately, but I can't see myself using it all at once. I'm surprised there's no TikTok. So far, I managed to succeed with a short test only. When I tried to export and upload 4 GB of video to YouTube, nothing really happened. I didn't notice any upload progress bar on both ends, Premiere Pro and YouTube. Finally, it appears that my biggest issue with Premiere Pro on MacBook Air M1 has been quietly resolved, or at least improved. I like to edit my videos with fast playback, and it wasn't very responsive, even at the lowest resolution, but it appears to be much better with this update. That's it for today. See you in the next video.